Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to school. Today is, of course, April Fool's Day, and I truly wish that I could just say that all that coronavirus stuff was a big joke and you can come back to school tomorrow. But sadly, I can't do that. So instead, this is the audience this morning in the theater. Please notice how the Panthers, who are getting themselves a little bit organized, Mr. Lynch, are social distancing. In these unprecedented circumstances, today feels in an odd way like the first day of school. And it is our first day of distance learning. And so that's why we're having this teeny tiny convocation this morning. You need to know that your teachers have been working incredibly hard preparing for today. And while I'm sure there are going to be glitches along the way, I can tell you they are ready. And we recognize that school distance learning mode will feel very different. And it's going to be challenging, like learning to skate and learning to play ice hockey at the same time. It's going to be tiring in a way that's different from regular school. And knowing this, we're adjusting the length of time you'll be in class and the amount of homework that you're going to have. We also know that it's important for you students and us adults to have structure in our lives. And I don't know about you, but recently I've lost complete track of what day of the week it was. So following a class schedule provides a structure to our days. You'll also want to make sure you follow your own routine. Before classes start, get dressed, have breakfast. If you normally have breakfast at school with friends, maybe have a Google Meet breakfast. Be grateful that without any commute, you can get some more sleep. Now, some of us have been spending a lot of time on online meetings in the last couple of weeks, and we've learned how important it is to get up and move around. You're going to sit much more than you normally do. Make yourself stand up between classes, do stretches, jumping jacks, even hold a mini dance party with friends. Google Meet, of course. Go outside if you can. Nature boosts our spirits and clears our heads. You have all experienced the last few weeks differently. Some of you may have really enjoyed the break, having downtime and being with family. Some of you have kept the news at bay, while others of you worry about the state of the world. Some of you may have family who are sick or who live in a hotspot like New York, who are at risk, and you're worrying about them. Some are introverts happy to bury themselves in a book or Netflix, while others are extroverts craving social interaction. Regardless, we know that most of you have missed the Holton community, your teachers, and most of all, your friends. As we all know, community serves as the foundation of the Holton experience. We need to find ways to continue to nurture that community, even as we live in a virtual world. This all-school assembly is one of those ways, and we'll find lots of others. We want to have fun, even if we aren't physically together. We have a faculty committee working on how to foster community during these unusual circumstances, and we really want to hear student suggestions as well. Stay tuned about how we're going to do that. I know you're going to have lots of great ideas. While I'm confident that we can find ways to be together while apart, I want to acknowledge that there are things we're losing, and that's particularly true for our seniors. This is not all going to be easy. In fact, it's going to be hard in different ways for different people at different times. Some of you who thrive in a classroom environment may find distance learning difficult, but there are always silver linings, and others may find there are aspects of it you really like. Any one of you might shine in new ways. Be easy on yourself, show self-compassion and empathy for others. We're all experiencing these challenges and possibilities together. Please, please, if you need support, reach out. We're all here for you. Honestly, I can think of few schools better situated to deal with this challenging situation. We have outstanding teachers and terrific students. Plus, who else has our motto? Never has "I will find a way or make one" had greater meaning. We need to remember that Holton-Arms has weathered many previous national and international upheavals, including the 1918 flu epidemic, the situation closest to what we're experiencing today, 2 world wars, the Depression, the Great Recession, not to mention the sniper and 9/11. Together, we'll survive this crisis as well. And not only will we survive, I firmly believe that we'll come through this stronger individually and collectively. Together, we will find a way or make one. Now I'm going to turn this over to Lillian Broeksmit, whom not all of you know, but many of us do. Lillian is the RA Director. And Lillian, it's all yours.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome back, kind of. I'm Lillian, the Upper School RA Director, but some of you may just know me as that girl who spoke at Convocation. You'll notice my bling today because upper school classes are doing spirit themes and the seniors should be wearing their flashiest jewelry. Seniors, now is the perfect time to go dig through your stuff or a sibling or parent's stuff even and put on all the jewelry you can find. But anyway, this has definitely been a pretty weird spring break. If you're anything like me, you're probably struggling to adjust to being on a normal human schedule again. But I did learn a lot over break. I learned just how little can be accomplished in 2 weeks, and just how much of my mind I can lose while cooped up at home. At least I feel like I got some practice as to what not to do as we kick off distance learning. A little bit of a test run. So I have a few tips for all of us, mostly for myself, for how to thrive in distance learning. And these are a work in progress. I certainly don't know what I'm doing either, but it's a start. So number 1, stay home, obviously. Helps to remember that when there are governor's orders in place telling us to do that. Goes without saying. Number 2, try to go outside. The weather is supposed to be nice all this week, so maybe take a walk during a break in the day or eat a meal outside. I strongly believe that humans need to photosynthesize too. Number 3, even though the Google Meet camera only shows from the chest up, I encourage myself and everyone else to wear pants, please. Just because we can get away with it doesn't mean we should try it. I think we'll feel a lot better if we feel like actual humans. Number 4, give input to teachers. None of us really will have any idea what's going on for a lot of the time, or at least at the beginning of this distance learning process. And that includes teachers. So contribute ideas for ways to switch up class time or tell them if the homework is getting unmanageable. They want to make this as seamless as possible for everyone. Number 5, try to eat real meals as opposed to cheese sticks during class. I'm mostly saying that for myself. Maybe try to arrange a lunch date with some friends over Google Meet or find another way to connect during those breaks during the day. Number 6, remember that hobby that you said you were going to pick up during break? There's still time. I never finished that song I was learning on piano or organized my desk, but I still have hope that I'll find motivation to make those things happen. Our evenings and weekends will be a lot freer than usual, and we'll have plenty of time to do those things. Number 7, last one. Be kind to yourself and to others. I'm going to try to follow all these rules, but if it's hard, that's okay. This is hard. We're going through it for the first time. A lot of us, especially seniors, have realized how much we appreciate being at school, seeing our friends and teachers in person, and interacting as a full community. For the class of 2020, this is certainly not how I imagined my last few months at Holton to go. And with nothing but uncertainty ahead, I'm feeling pretty uneasy, and I imagine all of you are too. But we can still work as a community. In fact, we will need to rely on one another. So if it's all too much and you just need to play Animal Crossing or binge watch a show, do that. That's okay. Forgive yourself for that and try to help others work through this time together. And that's really all we can do during this time. There's a lot to be learned and a lot to be learned from one another. So I wish you all luck in starting off with this distance learning and see what we can do together.
Thank you, Lillian. Now, with that, we are going to do a virtual sing-along of the Alma Mater. Now, this is a little bit different because we have so many people on this Google Meet that we actually can't do it live, but we're very lucky because the senior singers put together a truly beautiful recording yesterday of the Alma Mater. So we're going to play that. We'll have the words on the screen just in case you don't know it by heart. And that would be something you could do if you don't over these next weeks, is learn the words to the Alma Mater. And I encourage you to sing it at home, video yourselves singing at home and send us the videos. If there are sisters at home, sing it together. Maybe you even have a sister who's home from college who wants to sing it from you. Maybe your mother went to Holton, or maybe you just belt it out all by yourself. Anything works, but sing it lustily. Singing makes us feel good. Take a video, share it with us. And with this, I'm going to turn the screen to the Alma Mater singing by our seniors.
Far into the distant future, strong and clear above, shines the star of our dear Holton, shines the star we love. It is there to aid and guide us as the years pass by, holding us to all that's finest, making standards high. Hail to thee, our Holton-Arms, Alma Mater dear. You will be our inspiration through each coming year. Thoughts of you will cherish ever, be we far or nigh. Weaving in our hearts and lives, blue and white for aye. Weaving in our hearts and lives, blue and white for aye.
Thank you so much, seniors, for doing that for us. And with that, we conclude this assembly. Off to class, everybody, which starts now. Have a great day. Thank you.
Good luck, guys.